So a second prize from a second Daedric prince. This time not a Daedric artifact, but a Daedric blessing, power of the Ogma Infinium, plus 20 to our intelligence and wisdom, which balances out the Shigar's signet ring quite nicely. Yeah, so that's what we've been doing. We've just finished our adventure at Alchemy ruins, so we're heading back to Vvardenfell now. It's a bit of a walk because we can't get boats back. Maybe I should teleport somehow. I don't have any scrolls. I could recall back to Balmora, but then I have to travel all the way back up here, so I'm just going to walk. Might take a while for me to find something interesting, so I might cut that out a little bit. But in the meantime, before I do that, I want to talk about what I've just done as well. I've just had a look at... There was a quest that I refused to take ages ago with a Nord in Vvardenfell, just because at the time I was a bit busy with something else. So I declined it, and the Nord got angry and now refuses to give me the quest ever again, which is a bit of a shame because I am interested in doing it. I think it's a quest from a mod. Can't remember what it was. Well, I can't now because I had to look it up. But it might be something that I will look into doing pretty soon. So what I've done, I've gone into the journal and reset the quest markers, and it should be okay now. He should give us the option to accept the quest again. So I've been told, I've got this journal update. I've been told by a citizen of Vvardenfell that a Nord named Garrick Blightborn is seeking to hire adventurers to clear his family's tomb of monsters. And yeah, we've spoken to him before. In theory now, it did work when I tested it. I had to change 2 values. In theory, we should be able to talk to him now, and he should tell us about that quest again. So while we're back at Vvardenfell picking up Bogdub and Belial, we'll have a word with him and see what he's got to say. How far have I got? Alright, I've got a while to go, so I'll cut this out of the video and I'll see you when we hit land. Oh, there we go, there's the land. It's kind of unnerving actually when you're running just out in the sea like this for long enough. It feels like you're not moving at all. But there we go, something's looming in the distance. I'm not sure what that is. And another thing as well, I just had the crushing realization that I didn't think to soul trap that snake monster that we fought by the shrine of Hermaeus Mora. I've got a 0 star. I could have soul trapped him. I'm really upset that I didn't. Never mind. What's this then? This is a kind of a unique structure, isn't it? I don't know if I can actually get up there at the moment. This is an underwater Daedric ruin. Don't think there's a way in though. Where's Gideon's eye? Oh, I can never find it. Well, from what I can tell, there's not much down there. I don't have many levitate potions, and my jump spell doesn't really work when I'm carrying so much, so I guess I'm not getting up there either. Interesting though. Come on. Oh. Not happening. Oh, it's frustrating when I can't jump as much as normal. Have a bit of skooma, that might help, but I don't think there's anything up there anyway. Right, where are we going? So we've still got a bit of a distance to go, actually. What landmarks are we near? Nothing. Something's bothering me in the back of my mind. I feel like maybe I should have dived down to that Daedric shrine. Like maybe there was a chest or something down there, but... oh well. I can't carry anything else anyway. I'm pretty over encumbered. Do have a decent restore fatigue. Just a standard thing, is it? I should try and make one which just does a little bit of fatigue, but for a very long time. Just for times like this when I'm just running a long way. Oh, is that a cephalopod? It's what the Telvanni make their weird helmets out of. Cool. What's this? Looming out of the fog ahead of me, just to... Oh! It's a Netch. And here we are, back on the coast of the mainland. There's a cave of some sort by here. Asher Nasudas Grotto. I mean, We're probably never going to pass around this way again, so we should probably have a look. Oh, it's all underwater. I hate going underwater. I don't think I can fit. I need some strength. I need some strength. Just a smidge of skooma. Can't hurt. That's better. So we have a little bit of skooma now, and then we can stop whenever we want. Okay, keep clipping through the ceiling then. Where do we go this way? I'm feeling a little bit lost. Well, the map doesn't help. But I don't think there is much in here. Oh, big old stalactite here. Yeah. Odd place, but nothing too exciting in there. Worth a visit, though. Hey, it's a boat. Maybe it was Fargon's. It's nice to be back on the mainland. It's been a while. Have we been to this place before? Don't think we have. Bar Ramu. Cool, look at that. This is Bar Ramu, Silternalia. What brings you here? Oh, so it's a long story. Bar Ramu is just a poor village. We live in humble shacks or in caves dug out of the hills. We grow our own crops here on this lonely island. We fish around the coasts of Molagriad in our tiny vessels. There's not much that would be interesting for one such as yourself. Fair enough. You look a bit more important. You don't like me very much. This place doesn't interest me at all. As soon as I've finished my duties here, I'll be heading back to Port Telvannis. Well, I don't have any of my charming equipment with me, so I doubt I'm going to get much more out of here. So her story will remain a mystery to us. Not that we particularly care very much. Right, how are we going to get back? I think we're going to go straight south here and get onto this bit of land and then go across. I was thinking the other day about how much I wanted to go to Necrom. Where is Necrom? It's out here somewhere. But we never got to visit it when we were spending a lot of time on the mainland. And it might be worth one day just coming out to the mainland just to visit Necrom, because it's really cool. Treat it as like a bit of a holiday day out. Oh, you can take me to Vvardenfell, you absolute legend. Okay, I'm going to save it and take me to Vvardenfell. Right, Vvardenfell, back again.
May the wind be on your back.
Thank you. So this is the guy I was talking about who has the quest for us. So hopefully if we talk to him again now, he might mention something to us.
Strange.
Well, I've got this journal entry saying that's people were talking about him offering a seeking to hire adventurers. So we'll just say the guy we just got a boat with mentioned something about it to us. Maybe he heard about it last time he was in Vvardenfell. So, Garrick Blightborn, I hope this works now. I be Garrick Blightborn, son of Fargslab Blightborn. You come to gawk at the failures of a Nord, or have you come to lend your assistance? Well, we have spoken to you before, and you did mention something about it, but I can't remember, so remind me. I be Garrick Blightborn, long descended of Chemua Running Hunger, the first blighter and one of the greatest Nordic warriors to ever live. He made the clouds belch ash and death long before the devil in Red Mountain. After his death by Vivek's hand, he was buried on an island far to the east. Being it my duty, I travel there to Running Hunger's rest once a month to give my respects and to pray. Only this time, the devil's minions have infested the place. It's talking about the devil. and who's Dagoth, we know, but strangely, Siltonelia has had very little to do with the Blight or the 6th house or anything. We went into that 6th house cave, and I think that's about all we've done. So she doesn't really know what he's talking about. Those cursed beings of Red Mountain have taken my ancestral lands. The last time I landed on Running Hunger's Rest, there were terrible blight storms and blizzards circling the island. I went up to the centre of the island and into the tomb to investigate, only to find the devil spawn, those wretched corporous creations. Yeah, we've seen those that one time, and they're pretty awful. They'd be meddling in the affairs of Nords, and I don't take too kindly to that. I went in swinging, I did. Took out a few of them, but they were too much for me. Sent spells at me that made my head dizzy, started bleeding everywhere from their attacks. I fled, and managed to escape. No doubt the bad weather was due to their experimentation with the helm of Chemua Running Hunger. They say his helmet absorbed much of his powers, his Thum. When he died, his helm was laid to rest inside the tomb. Now the devil has it. I must not allow my family helm to fall into their hands. If you're willing to help me, I'll give you 3,000 gold for your service. Now that, for once, is a decent payment. Yeah, well, we're feeling confident, and yeah, we can help. Good. Now, what be your plan of taking out this tomb? I will... Yeah, Garrick, you don't need to come along. I'll go alone with my own team, and I'll bring the helmet back to you. You're a bold warrior, I'll accept this. The Arrow, that is, this ship, will be heading out soon to drop you off at Running Hunger's Rest. We'll leave the rest of it up to you. Tell me when you want to head out. The Arrow will provide transport to Running Hunger's Rest. Okay, perfect. Now, I really hope that, I have a feeling that when he transports me, it won't transport my companions as well. But we'll see, I suppose. I'm not going to do it right now. We need to head back home, really, and get rid of some stuff. And pass by Aldron on the way to tell that Legionnaire that Signy is dead. See if we get rewarded for that. Now, hopefully, Bogdub and Belial are still here. Oh God, Bogdub's here. There you are. Would now be an opportune time for conversation, Siltonelia. As good a time as any. It seems that we are still, for the most part, strangers to one another. I have questions for you, if you have the time and inclination to answer. You need not answer my questions if you do not feel comfortable doing so. I merely wish to know you better. If not, we may return to this on another day. I have time. Go ahead. It is clear to me that you are not native to these lands. How did you come to be here? We're not going to tell him that we were sent by the Emperor to join the Blades and then got into a fight with the Blade Master and killed him. We're just going to tell him that we emigrated from Cyrodiil. I see. an atypical tale, at least in some respects. It seems to me that from what you have told me about your past life, you have endured some not insignificant quantity of suffering. Would you say that this suffering was justified? Do you find your present life to be, as some might say, worth the pain? That's a good question. Not quite yet, but I think I'm making progress. Maybe one day it will be. I must confess that I find your answer, and the tacit optimism upon which it seems to lie, somewhat mystifying. Nonetheless, I am pleased that you do not appear to be overwhelmed by your past suffering, as many others are. My last question to you for today is this. What does happiness feel like? I'm struggling to answer that myself in real life, to be honest. What would I say? Not sure. Siltonalia would say... probably she finds happiness in power and security. Yeah. We'll try and describe that to him. Strange to hear described a concept so alien to me that I cannot even conceptualize it. It sounds as though this state of mind may indeed be a pleasant one. I wish you much happiness in the future, Siltonalia. Thank you. What, so you don't feel happiness? The question is an interesting one. Our minds are not analogous. You are mortal and I am Daedra, and I believe that we experience the world around us in profoundly, perhaps insurmountably different ways. However, it seems reasonable to suggest that certain basic mental states may be universal. If happiness is one such state, and if a Daedra is capable of experiencing happiness the way that mortals describe it, then I must say with some regret that I have not experienced it. I see. Can I ask you questions now? Yes, you may. What do we want to ask him? What kind of Daedra are you? I have been wondering that, because you're not the kind you normally see in the shrines, the ones from the Deadlands. I do not understand the question. The forms which we Daedra take when you behold us are not true representations of our essence. While you may divide us into different groupings, Dromora and Atranax and so on, these are merely superficial views into hierarchies which are far more complex than you could easily understand. It is better to think of us less of kinds of Daedra and more as individual spirits who may choose to come together and act in unison when it suits us to do so. Okay, so why aren't you going around terrorizing mortals like all the other Daedra seem to do? Firstly, I will draw attention to the fact that not all Daedra choose to torment mortals as a pastime, though those who do are the more visible group. Well, that makes sense. I will concede. Many Daedra have no interest in mundus or mortal kind at all. However, to answer your question, I see no reason to terrorize mortals. You will all suffer and die on your own during the course of your lives. Even if I saw this as a good thing, which I do not, my intervention would hardly be necessary. Well, that's fair enough, I suppose. Let's ask him one more question, I think. How are you enjoying our travels? Now, we haven't done much really with him. Do you serve a Daedric prince? No. In the past, I served Mehrunes Dagon, the one you know as the Daedra Lord of Destruction. In the beginning, I was a great and feared captain of the Deadlands, and I fought alongside many other higher servants of our master in the countless and ultimately fruitless wars of Oblivion. In time, I tired of the inaneness of those endless wars, and I took my leave of the Deadlands. Suffice it to say that my former master takes a very dim view of me now. Cool. Okay, I don't have any more questions for you now, but that was interesting. In that case, I believe our present conversation has accomplished its aim. I feel that both of us have at least marginally clearer view of one another and what we are about. There will be time for more learning in the future. In the meantime, take this. It will allow you to signal to me that I should return to the place where we first met, should we happen to be parted, even if we are far away from one another. Okay, good stuff. And you're both following me, are you? Yeah, great. Right, okay, I'm just going to grab some water. Oh, that's better. I normally would have a cup of tea on hand when I'm playing Morrowind, but I finished my tea today when I was running across that endless ocean at the start of the episode, so I don't have a drink. I've got some water now anyway. Right, so what are we doing? We are heading back to
There's someone watching.
Aldrune first. So let's go get a boat.
Escape while you can. You grow weak. Escape while you can. Now you die.
What makes this smell?
Right, come on then. Let's take off Gideon's eye. That's getting a little bit distracting. Nisus will do, yeah. Right, okay, it's the next morning. And we're going to get a Silt Strider now over to Aldrune. Aldrune, please. Okay, right, you two follow... God, look at this ash storm. Follow me to the Mages Guild. You can wait for me here.
oath is an oath.
Quite right. Wait here. And Belial, you make yourself at home as well. So a minute ago I did just head over to the, what is it, Fort Buckmouth I think? To turn in this quest. Not realising that the guards would attack me if I spoke to them while Belial was with me, so all hell broke loose. Oh god, I'm getting lost in the ash storm. I want to go this way. Yeah, all hell broke loose. Bogdub was fighting the guards, Belial was fighting the... I am completely lost. There's the castle. Yeah, so everyone's fighting. I managed to get out of there, and I had a massive bounty for... Apparently you get a big bounty for consorting with Daedra. But I was prepared to roll with it and go along with it, but then the game crashed, so I figured Morrowind's throwing me a break there. So I've left Belial behind, and will go alone to the Legion to tell them that Signia is now dead. God, this is really bad ash storm. Right, I think the guy was... Yeah, here we go. Lucretus Secundus. Stay still. Did he just, like, slide?
Yes?
What news of Signia and the Storm Raiders? Well, some good news. You say that Signia is dead by your hands, and you brought back his axe as proof. Oh god, good job I kept it. Let me see that. Yes, this is that accursed Nords, alright. We've done all that I could have asked for. You know the circumstances of my brother's death, and how they have haunted me. Julian is gone forever, but at last he has been avenged. Please take this as payment, the gold and Julian's old battle shield. He would have wanted you to have it. So, it's actually been a while since we talked to him about his brother, but pretty sure his brother was in the Legion and was killed by Signia. Might have been a bit more complicated than that, but that's all I remember. Okay. 5,000 gold as well. Oh, a bit of a weird icon on here. What's this do? Not really something we'd... I'm over encumbered. Not really something we're going to use, but maybe Bogdub could have it? I don't know. Oh, the other thing let's recall a minute. Yeah, the other thing I just noticed as well is this power that I have that I didn't realise. The power of the Ogma Infinium. Fortify Magicka 250 points for 20 seconds. That is amazing. It does make me wonder though what the other powers for the other options, because I chose spells, I think, and there was the other options were blood or stealth, I think. So yeah, I'd be interested to know what the other choices, what powers they granted you. Anyway, I'm just gonna have to dump some stuff on the floor a second. might use a Bogdub's room for storage. I might have to. Ah, there's a chest here, isn't there? Still have the creepy Ashland music playing at the moment. Makes my house feel kind of sinister. Right, we're going to go back to Alderaan to pick up the other two. Let's go sell this ebony on the way. And then I guess we can look into travelling over to this island, whatever. I don't know what the island's called. Where the tomb of Chemua Running Hunger is. Not sure if I'm going to be able to travel there with my companions either. It's a bit annoying, actually. Hopefully we can. If not, it's not the end of the world. Both still with me. Good. Right, I'm going to take these two back to the tavern, and then I'm going to sort out some equipment for... What? Oh! Oh, the restore magic. Base all gems. Oh, I'll have it all. Who am I kidding? Yeah, so I'm going to just sort some stuff out, and then I'm going to head back up to Vvardenfell. I might... No, I'll bring these two. Maybe I'll just take Belial. I'll leave Bogdub. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay, I'll be right back.